Hello YouTube, Pallab here, and Apple WWDC, that's Worldwide Developer Conference 2017, started in San Jose, California last night India time, or yesterday US time, and these are the main gadget announcement that's happening in WWDC. There are also software updates, but we're not going to go too deep into it. We'll mainly talk about 3 gadgets upgrades that Apple has announced. First in the line is a Bluetooth speaker plus the home automation virtual assistant called, unsurprisingly, the Apple HomePod. The Apple HomePod is a 7-inch tall round metal mesh Bluetooth speaker that will have Siri integrated when it starts shipping in December. Now it can act purely as a Bluetooth speaker as well as something that is a competitor straight away to the Amazon Echo, the Google Home, or the Sonic Pro. And Apple says what will stand this guy apart or above from the other 3 players mainly is that it, apart from that, Siri integrated it so that you can control your smart devices at home. It sounds incredibly well. Now that's something that has been confirmed by some of the reviewers out there like The Wired and The Verge and all that. It sounded incredibly well, and you can purely use it as a Bluetooth speaker. Some of the cool features that come with this one is that it has a space sensing technology, so that it can actually sense how big or small your room is and accordingly fill the whole room with surround sound. And some of the reviewers say that it does it perfectly, and you can almost feel like you're listening to a 3D theater surround sound. Now, and it also sounds incredibly well for such a small Bluetooth speaker. Apart from that, it has one of my favorites probably is something called as Musicology feature, where it integrates directly with Apple Music so that I can instruct Siri to play whatever song I want from Apple Music. I have an Apple Music subscription, so that's straight aimed at customers like me. Not only that, you can also, if you like that music, if you like that drum beat, you can straight away ask Siri for what a drummer is playing that particular song, plus some of the other complex things like which album was released, or play that album that was released on this date 15 years ago or something like that. So this is really helpful for a hands-free experience. Without that, right now Siri is on the phone and you have to actually unlock, go and press the home button to get Siri out of the box. But here with the Bluetooth speaker, with the HomePod, Siri should be there ready all the time. Now Siri is not as intelligent as something like that Amazon Echo or Google Assistant on the Google Home, but Apple said it's developing Siri and it's buying some time. That's why the speaker starts shipping in December, and it's not gonna come cheap. It's gonna come starting at $349, at about 22.5 Indian rupees. That's almost in the Bose category. Apple has finally announced a long pending update to its iMac Pro lineup, and boy, what an upgrade it is. This new iPad Pro is possibly the truest supercomputer that you can come in as a consumer and not as a company, because those supercomputers are like huge. But this 5K iMac Pro will have up to 22 teraflops of processing power. That's about, 22 times more than the MacBook Pro, or about 20 times more than the MacBook Pro. And this one will come with up to 128 GB of RAM and up to 4 TB of internal storage. That's incredible, that's insane. And to run all this, to be able to handle, you need a very efficient and very fast cooling system. That's why it will have a thermal cooling system with 2 fans. I hope it can handle that kind of processing power. It'll come in 27-inch version. It's very sleek, all-in-one, and it'll only come in space gray color with the keyboard and the mouse to match the color. So you won't get that same boring white keyboard and mouse. You'll have matching colors here and there. It'll start shipping in December again for $4,999. That's almost 3.12 or 3.22 lakh Indian rupees. So it's incredibly expensive, but it's right up there at the top if you're a pro. Along with that, Apple also refreshed the MacBook Pro and the existing iMac lineup, and they have given the latest Intel processor to them that can handle more RAM and more processing power in general. The last gadget that Apple announced during the WWDC is the brand new iPad Pro 10.5 inch. Now this is a new screen size from the 9.7 inch and the 12.5 inch that we had earlier. Some people say 9.7 inch would be phased out. I don't know about this, but when you look at the 10.5 inch, you would not want to buy the 9.7 inch version because the 10.5 inch screen actually is crammed into the same body, the same dimension and weight of the 9.7 inch iPad Pro. Apart from this, Apple says that this is the brightest and the crispest screen ever. It will come in near 2K resolution, Apple's Retina display, but it's still LCD, so the blacks won't be that true black as AMOLED screen. But what you get is a near bezel-less display with a 6-core A10X Fusion chip built inside. I don't know about the RAM, but it should have great processing power plus up to 120 FPS of refresh rate. And the maximum benefit that will happen to this 120 FPS refresh rate would be in the case of the Apple Pencil. Now Apple Pencil will be more responsive and you'll feel more pen-like writing on a paper with this refresh rate. Apple has also bumped up the camera on this iPad Pro mainly to take advantage of the AR and VR feature that's gonna come later with iOS 11 and other features. So you have a 12 MP rear camera and a 7 MP front camera. You can also probably use these as your standalone cameras, but I suppose these are more geared towards having VR and AR application uses on this iPad Pro. And once iOS 11 comes in, which was also announced along with this one, then you'll have more PC-like drag and drop and multi-app usage kind of capabilities on this iPad Pro. Unlike the HomePod and the iMac Pro, the iPad Pro can be pre-ordered immediately and it will start shipping next week in the US. Now it'll start from a 64 GB Wi-Fi only version that will cost $649 US, which comes to about 42k Indian rupees, and it will go up to 512 GB. So you have 64 GB, 250 GB and 256 GB and then 512 GB. Wi-Fi plus LTE. Now the 512 GB Wi-Fi plus LTE model will cost you $1,079. That's about what? Almost 69k Indian rupees. Yeah guys, so those were the major hardware updates from Apple during the WWDC. We're not gonna go too deep into the software updates, but know that they will bring in a brand new Mac OS called High Sierra with the iMac Pro, the 5K iMac Pro that I talked about. Also iOS 11 will come to the iPad Pro and the other devices later. And then Apple also announced the watchOS 4 for your Apple Watch and AR VR capabilities for the iPhones and other features. Also, Amazon Prime Video is now coming to Apple TV. Those are almost all the announcements that Apple made during WWDC. What do you think about some of those announcements? Let us know in the comment section. Like our video, share our video if you like it, and subscribe to our channel. And do not forget to hit that bell button so that you get to know whenever we publish new videos. Thank you.